Alright, now next thing we're going to do is going to get our program, get it ready, put it on there, put our piece on the CNC, and so we can start the program. So that's what this one's going to be about. So first thing we're going to do is get our program here and make sure we have the right plane and everything. So this is my piece. It's not very exciting, just a bunch of cuts. I've already selected where I wanted everything to go. Next thing I want to do is make sure I have the right position, so I'm going to go to planes here, right here. I click on this one. This is my right side, so I'm going to go up here to the corner, pick the upper left hand corner. That's just the one I picked. You can pick whichever one you need to for your piece. Select it. I say OK, and I go to the top of stock, and it should be 0 here. Yep, 0. I go to depth. I'm going to go here, but that's not quite deep enough, so I want to go a little bit past it so it cuts it off. Alright, I say OK, then you can go up here, make sure it looks correct. You're going to press play. You see here, it's doing what it should. So I say OK. So this is my program that I want. Now I'm going to go up here. I have it selected. I go G1, and it says yep, OK. I bring it. I'm going to go up to the drive, or the thumb drive. I'm going to name it what I want. Say OK. It makes the process. Brings up your code here. Usually I delete everything before the tools and after the name, because sometimes it's too long. So we'll go up here, and there's should be a O and then 4 zeros. You want to change those 4 zeros to be a 5-digit number, not starting in 9. So so it starts with a 0, 5, or whatever. You just pick, so it has at least a 0, or has the O, and then it has 5 numbers. And here your name. Also right below that, it'll have like your tools. Make sure it says H4, T4. Make sure those numbers are the same. Sometimes they're wrong for some weird reason. I also go down to the very bottom, and I take out this little small thing that makes it so it brings it to the side. I'll bring it forward. Press the save button after you're done, and you press exit. And then you're gonna exit that, eject the thumb drive, save to remove. Take it out now. Now I'm gonna bring it over here, put it in. Over here, go to list programs, exit this, and go over, go down, so go down to device, and go back over this direction. You'll see it's here. There's 2 Alexes. You'll see that one has a ER. That's not the one you want. You want the one that says NC. And then after you have it, you go select program. And then it will bring it up. You can make sure, yep, that's the one I want. You go back to list programs. Now I'm going to go up and go over to here. And I press F2. And you see it dropped it on in here. And I'm going to scroll down here, press select that one. I'm going to go here, memory, current commands. It brings it up. I'm just going to check to make sure that the code works, pressing this twice. See, this thing will come up. I'm going to press this button. You'll see, yep, that's doing what I wanted to do. Great. I got the M30 found. That means that it didn't fail in the program, so press restart. Go back to this. So now I have the program in here. So on my tool 4, that's what I'm going to put my small end mill. And I already put my piece in here. I'm not going to explain how to do that. You just put it in. Anyway, so then I'm going to take my tool. I have it here ready, but down on here it tells you this is the tool you're on. We're on tool 20. I want to be on tool 4. So go down here. I'm going to first press the MDI button. Changes, then I go down here and press T4. Let's see, it will say right here. And then I go over here and press this one or this one, doesn't matter. You see that there's nothing there. So I'm gonna want to grab this and put it in. So what you'll do is one hand will be pushing it up here. You'll want to align this with that notch, and then your other hand is gonna press that button. And you want to keep your fingers out of the way, and after it grabs it, it will kind of suck it in, and then you'll let go. So I'm going to set this down, we'll do that real quick. There you go, you see it's got it in there, right? Easy. And you kind of come over here. What we want to do now is we want to make sure that the computer knows where this thing ends and my material starts. So what we'll do is we go over here, we're going to go to hand jog. I'm going to use this setting. Now we'll go Z, and then move it down. You see that I'm not really aligned well, so what I'm going to do is go back over here, press Y, move it back, press X, move it to wherever I want to do it. I'm going to go back to Z and get it close. I'm going to stop, go back up here, go to small step, and I grab a small piece of paper, doesn't have to have writing on it. You put it in between the two, and what you'll do is you'll slowly turn this thing down as you move this thing. Once it stops moving because you've squished it, that's when you know that you've got to the right position. So we'll do that real quick here. So moving down slowly. I'm going to get a little closer, moving down very slowly as I'm moving this thing. Once it gets stuck, you get that point. What I'm going to do is bring it over here, go click the offsets button, so this will change. Now there's a couple, if I keep on pressing it, you'll see it goes between two places. One of them is your tools, and the other one is your part. First we're going to do tools, because that's the one that's in there. It tells you which one is highlighted. It is 4, so I'm going to scroll this other asterisk down to 4. It's in the correct spot. What you do is press this tool offset measure button. You'll see it, and you want to look up here to make sure that the number changes. It did. The next button you press is the next tool. Even if you don't have one, you press it, and it will bring the thing out of the way. Cool. It's a good way to make sure that it takes it away, doesn't destroy your piece. So that's what you got there. The next thing we're going to do is find the 0 of the part. So what we do is go up here. What we're going to go to is our edge finder, which is tool 20. Tool 0 MDI is still there. Press forward to reverse. Press forward again. You see, you want. In the MDI, it also has the setting up here, 500. And it says M03, which means turn, and S500 means that's the speed. 500. No matter what, I always close this thing just in case. Sometimes the end will fly off and you'll hit someone. It's no fun. So over here you have that, and you press the go button. So now it's spinning. You see the end of this thing is wobbly. Okay. Anyway, so now we go over here, go to hand jog. What I'm going to do is bring it into one of the corners that I've already selected earlier. So I'm going to bring it down there. Z button. Have a look at the side, make sure you're going to hit just your piece, right? Check, okay, now we'll do Y again. You go down a little bit. And you see here, when you get to it, it will be a little bit off there. What you're going to do, you're going to use your Z, under your Z. Use your Y to get it to the top. I'm here, press the small movements. I'm going to get it until that thing goes. Get it to remove it. And move it until you get it to line up perfectly, and then it's just barely lined up. Once I get it lined up, I'm going to press offset twice. That's the tools. I'm going to go to part. Go down to the one that has numbers, the G54. Now the first one is X, next one is Y. Right now I'm doing Y. I'm going to scroll over to Y. I'm going to go down here and press part 0 set. So I'm going to look up here, this button, it changed. So then I'm going to use my X now, move my amount of nearby. Move it over here. This guy. Move it in close. You see that again displaced. And then you're going to go to the small step again. And you're going to move it until it gets back into the spot where it's aligned. Then you're going to go over here again, move your cursor over to the X this time, press the same button. Now everything should be set, except for that thing has a small radius. So first thing you want me to do is bring this thing up a little bit. And then, now that it's up, what I'm going to do is press reset. And then go over here. I'm going to do minus 0.1. The diameter of that is 0.2. I'm going to do minus 0.1. I'm going to say right. And you see that it changes by 0.1. Yep. Go over here, minus 0.1. Right. And press reset. Okay, so now it should be hopefully in the right spot, but I might be wrong. We'll see. Then what you do is you go back to Z. I'm going to want to bring it back. Now I just bring it back to where I know the middle is, so I can see it's right down the middle. Alright, and then I'm going to get it down the middle of the other one. Pretty close. So it looks pretty close to this thing, and then I'm going to go up here. Look at these numbers. This number is off by 0.2. That means I went the wrong way. This one is pretty darn close, so get that one to be 0. This one, x, I did minus last time. This time I'm going to do plus. So 0.2. I type it in. Go back over to the x. Press the right button. I'll see it change. Then you see this didn't change yet, but if I press the reset button, now it's pretty close to where it should be. Now I'm going to do my hand jog again. Go to X. And I'm going to move it. And that's at 0, 0. And I make sure I look in here and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right above the 0, 0. So now that is the correct 0 spot for it. Now what all I need to do is come back here to this, go back to my program by pressing memory current commands, and then if I want to be safe, what's usually good to do is push your hand feed here and turn it down to 0, turn my this thing. So that means it won't go into the thing. Make my rapid small, and then I can press my go, and then I'll hold my hand here so that I'm ready to stop it. So if I press go, slowly. I'm going to go a little bit faster at first, then I'll press this again. So. Put this gun. Might spin really fast. It's going to come close. As it gets close, I'm going to pay attention. It stops. Not going to do anything until I press this 100 feet or turn it up, and then I'm going to hold my hand here and be ready to stop it. But once I press that, it'll start going. There you go.